What's going on, everybody? My name is Urcelph, and I would like to welcome everyone to another episode of the Talk to Yourself podcast, where the mission is to change lives one mind at a time. I want to say thank you, as always, to everyone who's supporting this series, whether you are a current listener, future listener, new listener, it doesn't matter. No matter if you're watching this or listening to this, I appreciate everyone. As always, I always ask for feedback, whether it be opinions, critique, shoot me a tweet, shoot me an email, find me on Instagram, whatever you got to do. Give me all types of criticism. I'm just getting started with this. So, as I always say, I really want to turn this podcast into a platform to where not only can I express views, but everyone can express views openly and not have to worry about the critique of the political world and all that other bullshit that nobody gives a fuck about anyway. People are just fake mad. But I'm going to say that topic for another episode. And today I want to talk about something. I actually just saw something when I was on Instagram today, where it's a post that said a new study found that the suicide rates are rising for a lot of the black youth, like the black teenagers and, a lot of, black people in general, black males, black females. The suicide rate is rising for us. And it's madness because we have so much trauma, so many things that we are still dealing with to this day, and we don't address these things as hard as we should. Let me start real quick on something, because black mental health is something that needs to be explored more. I think a lot has been done over the years to increase the importance of having these type of conversations where we can talk about mental health, talk about things that are going on. But I feel like for us as black people, we need to attack it even more, because I'm not even going to go into the gory details of our history, but if you just do a quick Google search, you can see that black people have gone through some traumatic things over the course of a few centuries, and things that are still transgressing, things that are still happening to this very day. I'm talking as of October 17th, 2019. Seriously. And yet, you're talking about police brutality. And what makes it even worse now, when you talk about police brutality, because police brutality isn't new. Police were really originally slave catchers. They would go out there and catch, people who tried to run away from being enslaved. That's why if you look up the badge of, think of the early KKK members or the things that they would do, it's very similar to the police badge. What that should tell you. But I'm going to say that for another episode. But anywho, you're talking about the police brutality. You can make the argument that it's worse now, being that when you go online, you can see these things. I remember a couple of years ago when Philando Castile got killed, when Eric Garner got killed, and when they all got killed, right? And Eric Garner, it was like for some reason, black men just were getting slaughtered left and right. What was making it worse was that we were seeing it happen on, in real time, whether it was through the body footage, the body camera footage, and then it's posting online all day. So all you seeing, you're becoming so numb to it. And I remember after those deaths happened, I actually felt a little paranoid every time I saw a police officer, because I'm like, all I'm seeing is people who dress just like you kill people who look like me. One brother was in a seatbelt in his car, got killed. Eric Garner on the corner, cigarettes. And mind you, people, for those who are going to watch this, these men were unarmed. No weapons, no anything. The only weapon they had was their skin color. Their only weapon was their complexion. That's it. Because when you're black, you're armed no matter where you are. And it's as simple as that. Because as long as you have this skin color, you will always be seen as an enemy. That's just what it is. Always. And I'm going to touch on that another episode. But I'm seeing these things happen. And it's starting to really mess with me. Mentally, I'm like, when a police officer would even just pull up behind me, I would think, what's about to happen? And before, because I got my car in 2015. I would see a cop, and of course, I was very well aware of police brutality and stuff. But once I began to see it happen in my face, on my phone, as everyone who's watching this, it started to really mess with my head. And ironically, that's the same year, because I remember it was 2016, the same year Trump got elected, the same year Colin Kaepernick took the knee. A lot of things happened. I really started reading all these books, Amos Wilson and Malcolm X, really diving into, their stories, and, Marcus Garvey. I started learning about all these people. And then you start to notice a pattern of things. I'm like, the things that are happening now happened literally 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 10 years ago. Think about it. Rodney King got just slaughtered. He got beat up super bad. And that was in the 90s. I believe it was the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. They beat his ass. But now we see Rodney Kings every day. Because all we see police officers now going into black people's homes and killing them on camera. You don't think that fucks with people? Think about it. Because I know somebody's going to say, well, it isn't like black people are the only people who deal with police brutality. I will never sit here and be naive to say that black people are the only people that have been killed by police or anything like that. Of course not. White people get killed by police, Hispanic people, Asian people, police kill everybody. But it's not about that. That's not the point of this conversation. What I'm saying is, when you watch the news, I'll put it to like this. I'll ask you a question for those who are listening and watching. When was the last time we saw this much media coverage for a police officer killing someone white? Let me say it again. When was the last time you saw a situation where a police officer killed a white man, unarmed, the same situation? Let's call him the white Eric Garner. He was on the corner selling cigarettes. Let's call him the white Trayvon Martin. Let's call him the white Sandra Bland. Whatever you want to call it. And let's say that happened. How much media coverage did that really get? I rarely hear white people in the news getting killed or something by police. But with black people, it's just ongoing. And my personal belief is that what's happened is we've all consumed so much of it that it's fucking with us even more so than what was already on top of us from the bullshit that happened before we were even here today. Think about that. Mental health. And then, things start happening. And, it started really messing with me. And so I'm up here wondering, what should I do when a cop when I get pulled over? Because it feels like no matter what I do, I might just end up dead. That's mental health. Or mental bad health. And all of us as black people deal with that. And we got to stop running away from these conversations. I know sometimes, and I'm guilty of it too, I'll say, man, mental illness, that's just a white person thing. Because, every time they shoot up a school, it's always mental illness. But once I started really researching, I realized that black people's mental trauma is out of this fucking world. Black people's mental trauma is pathetic. It's no other way to put it. It's terrible how much we are mentally destroyed as a people. We as black people are mentally destroyed as a people. And what's sad about it is that the way it's looking now, unless some things change, unless we change some things, because it's our responsibility, it's going to get to the point where black people are going to be completely gone from this fucking planet. And I don't mean that we as black people are going to physically be gone, but I think it's going to get to the point where the only thing that's going to make us black is our skin color, because our minds are going to be so warped and whitewashed that we're completely dead. Come on, man. We got to stop. Listen, I believe in God, right? I don't have a certain belief system. I'm inspired by a lot of the things I hear with the Muslims. The Christian faith has inspired me in a lot of ways. I don't look at it like Jesus versus Muhammad and Allah versus God. And I've studied what people who say the Hebrew Israelites. I I study that. Like, that makes sense to me too. I believe that's a little truth in everything. I just think it's just spread around. I don't believe, and this, I'm going to touch on this real quick. I don't believe one book contains all of the truths in the world. It's no fucking way. Especially with the history that we have and just the way how corrupt this world is. You will never convince me that every single truth is in one book. I don't believe the entire truth is in the Bible, just like I don't believe the whole truth is in the Quran. Just like I don't believe the whole entire truth is in the Torah. Just like I don't believe the whole truth is there or there. That's just me. But I do believe in God. So this is not to bash anyone's belief or anything. But what we got to stop doing as black people, we got to stop making it seem like if we just pray, it'll go away. Pray, 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 it'll go away. It does not fucking work like that. No. Pull out your Bible. Pull out whatever the fuck you want. We can pray all day. But until we attack these issues head on with the fucking sword, gun, bazooka, whatever, we're going to be where we are for fucking ever. That's just what it is, man. It is no other way to put it. Our mental health is terrible. So the suicide rate's increasing. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that black teenagers are killing themselves more. I'm not surprised. When you think about all of the pressure, how much we all, I'm talking male and females. I don't do all that gender war, black man versus black woman. I ain't doing that dumbass shit. I'm gonna do a whole nother episode on that, but that whole thing needs to stop. I ain't on that black man versus black woman. We all in the same goddamn boat. So I'm not even gonna touch on that right now. But we are out here blowing our heads off. We out here, it's crazy because we blowing our heads off because we shooting each other and killing each other. But at the same time, we blowing our heads off because we commit suicide. It's sad, man. It is fucking sad. And then we have, the thing is, we have normalized insanity. We have normalized demoralizing behavior. Think about it. It's so much to the point where you could be ignorant as fuck. You can be a complete sellout of your people, a complete ignorant fuck, and get paid for it like it ain't nothing. And then we send these kids go to school. Why the fuck would they even listen to the teachers when their role models are people out here who are just doing the most ignorant shit in the world and are getting paid for it? But and then they're gonna chase a lifestyle. What they fail to realize is that not everyone, but I believe a lot of individuals are paid by these other people to keep you in the fucking loop of silliness and coonery and buffoonery. I honestly believe that. Black people who continue to perpetuate. Look at Love and Hip Hop. Look at fucking all these other dumbass shows. Man, that's mental illness to me. Look at Empire. No disrespect to anybody on the show. I got nothing but love and respect to everybody on the show. It ain't about none of that. It's like this black dysfunctional male and female relationship or black son relationship or whatever. That's fucked up, man. And you want to know what makes it worse? Hollywood takes these traumatic events and they capitalize on them. They are using our pain for their capital gain. They're using our trauma to increase their commerce that has been passed down from our fathers and mamas. And that's why we have all this fucking drama with no end in sight. Get it right. Come on, man. This is going on. And nobody gives a fuck. And I'm talking about us. I ain't talking about white people. I'm talking about us. A lot of us honestly don't give a fuck about this. We'll just say, pray about it, give it to God, give it to Jesus and all that. It's no way you're going to convince me that no matter what God you believe on, whatever force beyond you believe in, if you don't, that's fine too. I don't care about all that. That's really not fucking important. You're not going to convince me that you were put on this world to literally sit around and wait for something to happen. It does not fucking work that way. Your Bible tells you that faith without works is dead. So you can pray all day about when a black child tells you they're depressed, take that child seriously. Matter of fact, you should start that conversation, because we as when we're black children, we internalize so much of their fucking poison. That's why we grow up toxic. Think about what I just said. We as black people will consume so much when we're children. We will consume, when we are children, we will consume so much of their poison, which explains why we grow up toxic, man. And not toxic to society, toxic to our own selves. Killing ourselves, the self-hate, the jealousy, the ignorance, man. That's dumbass shit. And at the rate we're going, is no end in sight. We're going into 2020 with no vision. Don't give a fuck about your religion. They're trying to have us all either dead or in prison. Come on, man. It's real out here. And so I just want to say this real quick. This is something I'm going to start adding to all of my episodes. I just get the idea. See, the idea just popped in my head. This is what I'm going to do. As I always say at the end of all of my episodes, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or just, any recommendations on what I could do to make this better, please let me know. Tweet me, Instagram post, all that's cool. But this is what I also want to offer. And I truly mean this, man. If you got something, and I'm no fucking therapist, right? I don't have no degree. I don't have none of all that shit. I've went to college 3 times and dropped out. But I believe that even just lending an ear to someone is fucking important. I don't give a fuck if we know each other or not. Maybe you're dealing with something. Maybe, you have something that you want to vent to. And if I seem like someone who you will want to talk to, let me know. Shoot me a fucking email, tweet, Instagram. If not, it's cool too. It doesn't matter. I just at least want to extend it for anyone who may see this or listen to this years from now. Who knows? Where I'd be more in a better position to actually provide what I'm trying to offer right now, which is just help dealing with a lot of the things that we're dealing with. So get at me. This is not the first installment. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do a part 2 for this black mental health thing, because there's so much to unpack. I want to thank everyone for listening. As always, my name is Urcelph. Make yourself great. Do for self. And remember, everything starts and ends with you. Everything's on you. Go out there and make it happen. I'm gone.